Hi guys, Manon here. I want to make a new tutorial about off the mat, so bigger than the mat, print and cut. The same way I did my Groot. I don't know if you guys saw a picture of it, of Groot, my Groot on Facebook. If not, I think I can show you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Okay, here is my Groot. So I'm gonna show. That is my Groot. I did him in one, two, three, 4, 5. It's 5 piece. He is 25.5-inch tall, and see 25. I put him behind my TV, and it says "Je s'appelle Groot," which is a sentence in French in the movie. I know it's not translated correctly, but in the movie, he really says "Je s'appelle Groot." Um, I specifically died because I had so many comments about, oh, you see my cat too. So you see the back. I have the 2 feet, the arm, the head. That's one part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 and 5. So that's what I mean by off the mat, print and cut, because it's a print and cut. So okay, I'm gonna go back here. So I'm gonna make it from start to finish. It's not Groot that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make this Stormtrooper. So you have to make the base for your registration mark. You can do it in Inkscape, but I don't know how to do with Inkscape. I'm gonna link below um, the video from Eric M. Boyd. That's the guy from whom I learned the base for the technique, and he has a video on how to do it in Inkscape. So for me, I work with Photoshop, and I'm a self-taught, so my technique is not perfect. There are probably better one, but that's how I do it. So I'm gonna make a new one. I'm gonna use 12 by 12 sheets of paper to make, because I think it's easy just by a 12 by 12 instead of a 12 by 24. So I'm gonna make a new one, 11.5 by 11.5, since it's the size that you can use in Cricut Design Space. And I put my resolution at 300 because that is what I like. And I have to put my background to black because it's easier to see the registration mark on black than on one, since they are white. So great. Here you have your base. You gonna choose the selection tool. Then here, if you did this before, you're gonna have fixed size, but if not, you're gonna have normal. So you change it for fixed size, and here you right click and choose inch, and on the other one too, and you choose 0.25 inch on both. So what that's make is when you're gonna click anywhere on the layer on the background, it's gonna make a little square, 0.25 inch by 0.25 inch. I'm gonna fill that in white. And I forgot one thing. I'm gonna go back. Again, I'm gonna make a new layer. I'm gonna do that on a new layer. So I'm gonna fill it white. I'm gonna take the move tool, take it and drag it to the corner. Then I'm gonna make a copy of the layer. So I'm gonna take the layer, drag it over the new layer. So now I have two. I'm gonna take it. Whoops, that's not what I wanna do. I wanna take the square and drag it to the next corner. Then I'm gonna merge my two layers together. So I'm gonna click on one, it's my control key, and click on the other one, right click and merge. Then I'm gonna make a copy of this layer. So grab it, hold on it, and go to new layer. Then I'm gonna take the square, the left square, and drag it down. Here, I have my 4 registration mark. I'm gonna merge again both of the layers. Here, so you can I you have your base. That's gonna be just like that, just my base, my marks for when I'm gonna use Cricut Design Space. So now the file that I wanna do, I choose to do a Stormtrooper, and I took my image from Google, so the quality is not the highest quality. It's always better to have a big DPI image, but well, I do with what I have. So it's already a PNG, so I'm lucky. No background to erase anything. It's just like that. So first thing I'm gonna do, it's resize the image. So image size. I'm gonna put him at 300 dpi. That's what I prefer, and I want him at least 34 inch. Yeah, 34. I'm gonna go with 34. So it's gonna resize, and woo! What an image! I'm gonna zoom out. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make my offset because I want to do it before I slice my image, so I can. Well, you will see. That's better to do it before than to do it after. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over my layer. I'm gonna hit Control, and when you put your mouse over the image, you're gonna see that it's a square, selection square. So you click on the image, and it's gonna take the selection. So you go to Select, you go to Modify, Expand. I choose 22. Why? It's because the guy in Eric M. Boyd in his video used 22, so I use 22 too. I'm gonna make a new layer. Then I'm gonna fill that in white. And I'm gonna drag the layer under the first one. So now I can deselect. So now I have a small offset, a white offset around my Stormtrooper. So now, the way that I'm working, I'm making my print and cut bigger than maps. I cut it, and I'm trying to have the most invisible seam that I can have. So you have to cut where you think that the seams won't be visible. So for me, if I look at this image, what I'm gonna, sorry, I just laugh at myself because I'm not used to making video, and I just realized that I'm moving my hand and I'm moving my hand a lot, but you guys cannot see me, and I just thought about it, and I think I'm so funny. Sorry. Okay, what I use to slice, it's the Polygonal Lasso tool. And for me, the way I look, I'm gonna say that both of the knee, I'm gonna cut there because you have a good idea that the seam's gonna be invisible there. I'm probably gonna cut around his groin too, and probably his head. What I'm gonna do to give me an idea of what it's 11 by 5, 11 and a half inch for the square is I'm gonna go on the ruler, hit my shift key, and drag a line to 11 and a half. Yeah, and I'm gonna do it again to 22. And 22, it's so 33 and a half. Okay. And I'm gonna say do the same thing but the other way, 11 and a half. So it's not a perfect science like that. It's just to give me an idea what is gonna fit in an 11 and a half paper. Well, 12 by 12, but for Cricut Design Space, it's an 11 and a half. So if you cut both legs, it will fit, and you can put on one base that's fine. You can put, you don't need to have one piece on one paper. You can make the most of the paper. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's, I think it's gonna be pretty good like that. So I'm gonna zoom in to, oops, not out but in, so I can have a better view of what I'm gonna cut. Not that big, just maybe one. So the way I cut the legs, I'm gonna use the Polygonal Lasso tool, and I'm gonna click and drag, click and drag, and click and drag. Okay, then I'm gonna go around. So now I have my selection. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, can I do it right, or can I? No. So I'm gonna make a new layer. Will it work like that? Do I have to? Okay. So I'm gonna cut it like doing cut, Control X. Oops, sorry, I'm not on the right layer. So Control X, and I'm gonna go on the new layer, Control V. So I'm gonna cut it like that, and I'm gonna hide it. So now I know that this part is done. So I'm gonna do the other legs. Like that, like that. And I'm gonna make the same thing. So a new layer. I'm gonna go be sure to be on the Stormtrooper. I'm gonna Control X, and on the new layer, Control V. So I have my second leg. So now that I have two pieces, I'm gonna go and put them on the base. So that's the base. It's easy. I just take the layer and drag it to the right place. So here you have one. I'm gonna go get the other one. Oh, see, I just took 2 times the same thing. I did the same thing on my Groot, and I had to redone the second one. So this one I done. So the second layer. Okay, so I have my 2 legs. What I like to do to be sure to have a invisible seam, I will make some, what it's called, I'm gonna call them flaps. It's like this one, I don't have a lot of place on this sheet, so I don't know if I flip it. No, well, no. I'm gonna do it for this leg, for the first leg. So I'm just gonna hide this one just one moment. I'm gonna take the form, and I use round rectangular tool. That's the one I like. So what I'm gonna do, it's around where I have my offset. I'm gonna take and just drag it like that. I'm gonna put that behind the layer. So you have an idea that I'm gonna have a white piece of paper that I can put my glue on and to stick to the other piece, though, so it's easier like that. So I'm just gonna merge my 2 layers together. So now it's just one. I wanna do the same thing on this one, but I don't have enough. Well, yes, I have some. So I'm gonna do for the other one too. So from here, I go like that. Oh, from here. both of the legs. So 5. So I'm gonna need 5 sheets of 12 by 12 images. So now, when you have it like that, you have to save all of them in PNG. So I'm gonna go from bottom to top. So the legs first. So save as. I'm gonna make a new project. I'm gonna go project Stormtrooper. Okay, so select PNG. So Stormtrooper 34-inch part 1. So it's gonna save. Oh, you see what I did? I just did a big mistake. You have to hide the background, so you really need to have it on the transparent background so you can use the PNG. So I'm gonna save it again. Woo! I almost made a big mistake. PNG. Okay, so I'm gonna make a new project. I'm gonna go to upload image. You can see that I do a lot of the same project because all my form are here. I just did a 34-inch Moana 2 for my niece. So you're gonna browse and you're gonna go to your file. Where did I put it? Project Stormtrooper. So I'm gonna take part 1. You can use symbol, you can go use complex, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna print with the print and cut, so I'm gonna go with sample and continue. And what's important here, you don't choose print and cut, you choose save as a cut image. That's all we need. So I'm gonna do this for the 5 parts. And okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna print them the same way. You can do it any way you want, any order you want. I'm just gonna, for the purpose of the video, I'm just gonna print them in the same way that I did the PNG. So I'm gonna print the legs, then. So of course you need a wide format printer to do this. You cannot print it on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. You need a 12 by 12, so you need the printer to print on a 12 by 12. What printer I have? It's a Epson Workforce 7620. Let's see, I went on it so many times to lick it. Oh, put it in French. So that's the printer. Where? Oh, yeah. Haha, English. So that's the printer I have. It's a Epson Workforce WF7620 all-in-one printer. If you follow me, not follow me, but if you follow Melody Lane on Facebook and on YouTube, because I'm on that group, that's where I'm going to post the video and everything. She has the 7610. And I think that's Cricflix, another YouTuber that I watch that gave me the inspiration to make some bigger print and cut. She also have a 7610. I think that they are the same, but I have like two places to make the page to use to put some paper, and even though I don't use them since I'm always doing the rear slot to put my paper because it's cardstock. So but that's the printer that I have. I really like it. It's a very big printer. You're gonna see it because I'm gonna film the process. really, really, really big. I I I said that it's a she because she's doing so many things. She can copy, scan, fax, print. So of course she's a girl. So she's a beast. She's really big, but I really love her. Of course it's cost ink because it's inkjet, but well, if you watch my video, it's because you want to try something. That's the cost of it. So that's my printer. So okay, go back. I'm gonna print. When you use that printer, you have see the last project I did. It was trying to be a 12 by 12. So you choose your printer. You go in print setting. Be sure to have the 12 by 12 cardstock. You can do it, yeah, like custom, user defined. I already have it, 12 by 12. More setting. I have the highest setting that I can, so I can get a nice print. I use cardstock. So it's gonna change. You're gonna sit on a 12 by 12. So what's important in Photoshop when you're gonna print is that it's center and that center is check and that scale to fit is not check. So that's the two things that you have to change. That's the only thing you have to touch. So I'm gonna go print. With the Epson, what you're gonna have, it's another window that's gonna pop. That's gonna ask me to print. So just because I want, oh no, well, it won't. It won't. My printer's not open. There she is. I'm gonna prepare some soup. Okay, that's what I mean. And just have to press print, and it's gonna print. So that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the printer.
Okay, here is my printer. So like I said, she's really, really, really big. Just to show you this on the side, it's a small, it's a HP laser color laser jet, and it's used to be big for me, but this one it's really bigger. So just to show you, that's the cardstock that I use. It's a 40 sheet pad. It's 12 by 12. It's from Walmart. I live in Canada, so for this pad I think it's $6.97 Canadian dollars for the whole pack. And inside you have white paper, and one side is, I don't think it's gonna show on the camera, but one side it texture and the other side it's smooth. I'm gonna print on the smooth side. So my sheet are all ready. I'm gonna go back and forth between my computer and my printer. Put, there you go.
Okay, we're back in Cricut Design Space. The next part's gonna be here. So you're gonna load all 5 parts that you're gonna do. So you're gonna have the 5 parts in your Cricut. You're gonna resize each of them 11.5 by 11.5. So 1, 2. This one. That's not what I want to do. Just want to select it. Okay, this one done. This one done. This one. This one. And this one. There you go. You have the 5 parts. That's all you have to do here. So you click make it. So it's gonna cut. Okay. So I'm gonna go to my machine.
Okay, so now we are at the Cricut. I have an Explorer here. I'm gonna put it to cardstock. I already prepped my 5 mats, and that's it. You just have to put it in the corner, and when I load my machine, I'm trying to have my mat in the much as the center as I can, and I don't give a lot of pressure, just hold it in place and load it. Did I? Yeah, I think so. Put it together, have all my pieces here. What you're gonna need is a pair of scissors, because of course if it's off you're gonna need to cut something. The way you're gonna glue it, I'm gonna use a tape runner. It's from AdTech Crafters tape. It's from Walmart. It's refillable. So, okay, I'm gonna start with the legs. And okay, I don't know if you can see it, but you said I was a little off here and I don't want white, so I'm gonna take my scissor and just go and try to get, okay, I'm just gonna take this out of the way just to show that I'm gonna do the leg first. Okay, so I'm gonna try to take just the white off. Okay, so if you lined it, see, you almost don't see where it's supposed. So I'm gonna. That's why the flap. You see, it's easier like that because you don't have to go and try to put it. You just have to lay it, on top of it, and glue it. Oh, I'm gonna put some. There. I have a glass on my desk, so try to line it the best as I can. There. You almost cannot see where it's a junction. So the flap over here a little taller, because now I have one. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna try. And here you have it, 34-inch Stormtrooper print and cut. I'm gonna take some picture, insert it, so you can see. Of course, it's gonna go on a wall here, probably on my husband's side of the computer room. So here, voila.